Bomb, Assad, bomb.
And we used to hear the bombs all time.
Gunshot. You can see all the different bullet holes there. I'm standing outside what was once the Department of Immigration here in Damascus, Syria. But in the early days of the liberation, Assad ordered his forces to completely destroy the entire building because the building was so full of blacklists and documents and evidence of crimes and persecutions that had taken place under the Assad regime. So as Assad and his family began to flee the city, they wanted to make sure that they would leave no trace of their heinous acts behind. And what makes this building also really interesting is that this is where visas were issued for the citizens. Assalamu alaikum, brother. For the citizens of Damascus. And since the entire building has essentially been burned and gutted. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, you want to be on camera? What's up, buddy? What's your name?
My name is
Ice, I'm Brent. Nice to meet you, bro. Hey, what's up, guy? How are you? What is this building? What is this? Bomb. Okay. Shukran. Thank you. And so they didn't want to leave any trace of the heinous acts that they committed behind. And so for a long time, the local Damascus people were struggling to get visas or passports or anything like that. The building has now been closed off. You can see there's just glass all over the place here from the windows that were blown out. We're gonna try to see if there's any way to look inside and to see what remnants remain. I've been told that the Department of Immigration has now relocated to another building, but rebuilding efforts are underway here, but we are not sure to what extent. Oh wow, this is perfect timing. They literally just opened up the gate here. Let's see if they're gonna allow me to go in. Assalamu alaikum. Can I go? No? Okay, they're asking me to leave, but yeah, this is what the inside looks like. Completely burned, bombed, and just gutted. Not a single document or anything left in there, not even a trace. We are in a residential area now called Huta, also known as Jobar, and this is where so much of the fighting took place. I mean, if we walk just 5 minutes down that way, it's a very nice area of Damascus. There were like fancy gyms and cafes, and it's startling to see the change in the landscape. I mean, yeah, just think about all the people that were living here, all the lives that were destroyed. Wow. And this is where the barrel bombs blasted.
Because of the barrel bombs.
What exactly is that? How does a barrel bomb work?
Assad forces used to use the barrel bombs, so they bring like an empty barrel and they fill it with explosive and they throw it from a helicopter randomly on the residential areas that is out of control, like this area in Ghouta. The problem is it's kill people randomly, and
innocents,
you see,
not
innocent
just
people.
not just the opposition forces.
And you see how big is the hole. This is what left from the building. So
it just I can't even imagine. Like it's you know, it's one thing to see the news articles on TV, but to actually see the devastation. I mean, truly just everything decimated to rubble. You can see the rebar over here. It's just been bent and twisted by the strength of the blast. The same with this here. I mean, who could even tell what any of this belonged to? Just the scale of destruction here, I can't even wrap my mind around it. It's unbelievable. And so is it quite possible that there are many people who lost their lives that are buried under this rubble?
Yes, because it used to be random attacks, but in this area, because it was the front line, it was empty from people.
It was empty, so people had fled the area. They had fled their homes once the fighting had started. So what is the government's plan now for this area? Are they planning to redevelop the land, to clean it up and to build again?
Yes, but as you see, it's fully destroyed, and I think it will cost more than building a new residential area in a normal land.
How far away was your home from here?
20 minutes from this area if you go by a car, and we used to hear the bombs all time.
When you say all time, morning, noon, night, the fighting never stopped?
Never.
Wow. Did you lose a lot of friends in the liberation war?
Not really, because when Assad escaped, it was a small fight, not really very bad. So when they lost homes, that was the end for them. But during the war, I lost many friends, of course, and some members of the family.
And did you have friends personally that went to fight in the war, that joined the army?
Yes, because I was 15 years old when the war started. And the weird thing is, some of my friends on that time, some of them joined the Assad forces and some of them joined the oppositions.
Wow, so their alliances were split.
Yes.
Oh, wow. That had to be very difficult for you, because how did you maintain, some sort of neutrality in those relationships? How were you it had to be very difficult to not offend a certain group of friends or not to feel like a traitor to others.
Actually, that affect the friendship with so many people, and this is the problem of Syria.
And so now in this newly liberated, this newly free Syria, is it a time of healing, would you say?
Yes, I think the Syrian people need to figure out a way to live together in peace and forget about this war. I'm sure it will take time, but also I'm sure they will find a way, because Syrians used to live together since long time, even before Assad regime. So they will always find a way to live together in peace.
So over there is a checkpoint, and that was essentially the front line where Assad's army was stationed, and then the opposition, the liberation forces, would work their way through here. And there's some tunnels over here that we're going to explore right now. But it's just so insane to see just the level of destruction here. Wow, we definitely got to be careful and watch our steps here. We don't know what we could step on. Broken glass, shards of God knows what, rusty metal. Just to be walking over, truly what was a war zone. Just I can't even begin to fathom, all the effects that all this had, and that it will have on the people here in Syria. But look at that, even amongst the destruction, still some new life begins to grow, and hopefully, echoes in a new dawn of peace and hopefully prosperity here in Syria as well. And so the area, has it essentially been looted? Because I'd imagine that there were people left, goods behind and things that could be scavenged or sold. So now, it's been completely picked over, and look at this. This is crazy. And so each one of those would be an apartment, so to speak?
Yeah.
Wow. Absolutely just jaw-dropping to see all this. You can see how the buildings were just ripped apart inside out. It's incredible to think how some of the structures are even still standing after the barrel bombs, especially compared to where we saw a gigantic crater earlier. Yeah, and it's been, picked clean of any goods, or there's not even any trash here. It's all pretty much just rubble.
This is a part of the building, and you can imagine this is a kitchen. So a lady used to cook for her family in the evening, and now it's all gone. Nothing left.
Just imagine a family there cooking and cleaning one day, and then the next day, just pure destruction. The tunnels start here.
Yeah, so if you look, you can see the checkpoint on the corner from here. So they were fighting from this place, and when they want to escape, they use the tunnels to move underneath.
So these tunnels were almost like foxholes where the people would hunker down and fight and then take refuge.
From here you can see the other checkpoint on the left next to the building.
So they had a direct line of sight. So what kind of weapons was the Liberation Army using? Was it a mix of guns? Were there rocket launchers or RPGs involved?
Mix, because also they have some heavy vehicles. So when they went from Idlib, they also used tanks. But in Ghouta, because it was surrounded by Assad forces for a couple of years, they only have rifles. So the fighting here was by the rifles from the opposition side, and all kind of weapons, including air forces from Assad regime.
And so Assad's forces, they were much better equipped. They had much more advanced weaponry.
Yeah, because they are picked up by Russia and Iran. So they also brought foreign fighters to fight with them.
But it's a testament to the spirit of the people that despite having, inferior weaponry, that the Liberation Army was still able to overcome and defeat Assad's forces.
For them, it was like defending their homes.
All right, so now we're going to go down into the tunnels here. Oh. Wow. Oh, wow, you weren't joking around. Yeah, from originally I just saw, what were almost kind of like foxholes here. But yeah, here are the actual tunnels. Wow. And so every day, hundreds of people would go in here and they would take refuge. And wow, this is crazy.
So we will see some electricity cables here.
Oh, so wait, they had electricity down here for lights?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna turn my flashlight on here so we can see a little bit more. Wow. And you can actually walk here without having to duck down. So you've got a little bit of breathing room, so to speak. Oh, wow. This is incredible.
It's a big city here. You see there's tunnels leading everywhere.
And these tunnels were just built essentially for the war?
Yes.
Okay, wow, getting way more narrow now. This is wild. Wow. Yeah, so I can stand fully erect without having to crouch down. Oh my gosh. I can't even imagine what it was like to be in here, to hear the explosions every night. Oh, so this is where they had the electrical. Yeah. So this is where they were able to get electricity for lights and radio communication devices. Wow. That part's not safe? Okay, we'll pass on going down there then. Wow, look at this, just truly in the trenches. Now we've popped out in a whole nother different area here. Wow, and that was just one tunnel of many, right? There were so many other tunnels that we saw. Man, it will really be interesting to see what this area is going to look like, you know, in the coming decades, if they're just going to leave it like this is. And here, one of the few actual remnants of any sort of the former life that we've seen that's not rubble, a broken piece of a plate that, you know, someone once ate breakfast off of. And, you know, God only knows where those people are now or what happened to them. So yeah, if we look, this is literally just a 5-minute drive from the devastation that we just saw, and we just drove past a really fancy cafe. So it's crazy to see just the disparity in life from, you know, the wreckage and destruction and then to, you know, life as normal as it is over here. So Ayub is telling me that you're actually going to see a lot of new cars if you come to Syria, because originally under Assad, you said the tax on an imported car was what percent?
400%.
400%. So try to think about that, guys. If you buy a car that was $20,000, it would have been $80,000, maybe even $100,000. But now, what is the tax on imported cars now?
$2,500 for the modern cars.
For the modern cars.
2020 and above.
And so you've seen a lot more modern cars now just driving around Syria. Yeah. That is incredible. We've stopped at one of these coffee shops that you're gonna see all over the side of the road. Yeah, keep it going, baby. All over the side of the road in Syria. But this guy has espresso, actually. Most of the other places we've been have only had like Turkish coffee or just coffee. So very thankful to see espresso here. Yeah, but I understand that they do not have milk, so no cappuccinos today, unfortunately. How much does one of these cost essentially here in Syria? 5,000. Yeah, conversion rate says that's 40 cents USD. That's a mega value. The guy's selling Pringles and everything else in here. He's got his own little store at a lot of the places along the side of the highway. They're just like cars, like little trucks that people sell the coffee out of. Here, this guy has his own store, and we stopped here because they had a cooler, which indicates they have cool water. Shukran, brother. Cheers, guys. So check this out. We've pulled off on the side of the road here at pretty much the entrance to Damascus, and you can see this was a mural dedicated to Assad's father, the elder Assad. And I don't know if you guys, let me get up a little closer here. They've actually shot his face, and you can see all the different bullet holes there. That's crazy. Yo, I've noticed that roses are like the most sold item on the streets here in Damascus. All throughout Syria. No, bro. So many like young kids seem to sell the roses here. I don't know where they're getting the roses from. They do look like good roses, but yeah, no interest in that today. Usually they don't even like try to sell them to me because I'm walking by myself and I don't have a woman with me. But just thought that was kind of interesting. So this is the Aleppo Citadel, and just an absolutely stunning structure. There's so much history about this city and about this country that it would just be so obtuse for me to try to describe it to you guys. So I'm here again with Ayub, my Syrian fixer and tour guide. This guy's been taking me all over the country, filming me with a wealth of knowledge. Can you like help us understand like the significance of the Citadel? Because it's closed right now apparently, right?
Yes, Aleppo Citadel dates back to the 13th century, and it's like an Islamic style citadel. It got affected by the earthquake that happened in Syria recently, so they closed the citadel since that time. Then they reopened it after a couple of months. Then after the liberation, they closed it again for visitors.
So it's been closed since the liberation,
Yeah.
since the rebel army
And
took over.
during the Syrian revolution, the front line was here in the old city of Aleppo. And
Okay.
the Syrian Assad forces army was staying inside the citadel. That's why there's so many destruction in this area.
Oh wow, that's crazy. So Assad's forces were in the Citadel just like it had been used hundreds of years ago
Yes.
as a war fortress. And then the front lines are here. Oh yeah, you can see the destruction in the distance. And that's essentially where the rebel army was stationed and would
Yes.
do the fighting.
During the recent
That is
liberation war,
crazy.
when they get into Aleppo, it was very smooth because Assad forces, they didn't want to fight. That's why they left and ran away.
So the forces, they were just tired. They were just burned out
so
pretty
the-
much. They're like,
most of the
we're out of here.
destruction in Aleppo, it's during the Syrian revolution, specifically from 2014 to 16.
Wow. Oh, we got a guy singing and selling over here. Oh, this is dope. So normally the Citadel is closed, but I guess we got a permit. We got access. All right. No way. So yeah, I don't know. I guess they're like, I don't know when they're gonna like reopen it or whatnot. So I guess I'll walk over this. Shukran. Assalamu alaikum, brother. How are you? Nice to meet you, boss. Wow, look at this. Feels like truly like walking into history. This place is massive, and you can see the destruction from the fighting over there. Ooh, super drafty in here. You can feel it's like nice and cold. It's very hot outside. And then you walk in here and oh man, like we are walking into the dark. I didn't even know who this guy was, and I look and he's got a giant assault rifle hanging off of him. Was that one of the military forces?
Yeah, because it's empty as you see, so he walked with us to make sure about safety.
Okay, because it was so dark. Okay, I thought I didn't know who that guy was, and I just saw the gun. Oh, they're doing like restorations on this, huh?
Yes, this minaret was affected via the earthquake.
This what? What do they call it? Minaret.
Minaret.
Oh, okay, like a tower.
Yeah.
Just like they have in mosques. Oh, here's another view of the Citadel. It's super crazy, and yeah, very, very thankful that we're able to visit this place at a time that is so key in the history of Syria, and also a time when no one else is really allowed to visit here right now. So the specialness of this opportunity is not lost on me. When do you think it'll reopen to the public?
I'm not sure about the time, but since they are doing something, it should be maybe a month.
Oh, okay. They want it looking its best, I guess. Oh, wow. You can see like giant cracks down the side of it too. Yeah, that thing definitely suffered some structural damage. You guys got to see this. Look at the view of the city of Aleppo, guys. Oh my God. I'm so glad we got to the Citadel. I didn't think it was going to happen. And then we got access. Wow. Can't even wrap my mind around it. So you can see the different like mosque minarets all throughout the city. Is there some sort of law that the tallest building needs to be a mosque?
No.
Okay, in some countries, a religious structure has to be the tallest building and no other buildings can build taller than it, but wow, look at down there. And again, you can't tell if the destruction is from the earthquakes or the destruction is from the fighting. But looking at this, I mean, it looks something straight out of a Call of Duty level, y'all. Can't even begin to think or consider or have any conception of what the people of the city have suffered and gone through over these past decades under the Assad regime. And also, you know, can't even begin to grasp the newfound happiness and excitement that everybody must have now that Syria is free and liberated. What is this?
This is the amphitheater. They built it after 2000 inside the Citadel.
Oh, so it recently built after 2000.
Yeah.
Wow, it literally looks like it was built like thousands of years ago. What was that? Gunshot. Interesting. Is that normal to hear in Aleppo?
No.
No. Oh. That sounded very close. Okay. Usually I'm used to hearing firecrackers. I just came from Egypt, and you could hear firecrackers all the time there. But yeah, that definitely sounded like a gun. And now we are walking towards the gunfire. Man, maybe it was just someone testing out their rifle or something. Is there any reason to be concerned?
No.
Okay. Cue nervous laughter. Okay. Ayub, what are these little domes here?
It's like a little hammam.
A what? A hammam?
Yeah.
Oh, for like a spa?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Oh, they had spas in the Citadel. Why do they have these like circular tubes here? For
Usually
water?
It should be covered by glass.
Uh-huh.
Then when the sun reflects on it, that keeps the heat in.
Oh, wow. So yeah, that's where the Assad regime would go to get their relaxation on and soak up some rays. This is a gigantic structure, and I'm sure like during, peak tourist times, there's probably just like hundreds of people here, both locals and tourists, walking all over the place. But yeah, it truly feels so special to be able to be here right now when nobody else is here. Okay, here's the second viewpoint. So what direction is that? The north?
Yes.
All right, I don't know how I guessed that, but here's the south. So that's where so much of the fighting occurred.
Yes.
The front lines.
They were digging tunnels underneath and then explore the area from down. So you see how big is the hole here.
That's crazy. So that's where the tunnels were?
Yes.
And was Assad using those
Assad
barrel bombs
forces
that we
was
talked about?
here. Assad forces was here, and on that part it was the oppositions, and the same thing we saw in Damascus, the oppositions and tunnels, and Assad forces have this strong hold here.
Wow. So imagine that, guys. Like here is the Syrian army, Assad's forces, and then over there is the Liberation Army. Yeah, I mean, again, look at like the advantage. Like the people in the Citadel here had the advantage of height, but the people down there, they still persevered and they still overcame. And so that destruction, is that from the barrel bombs?
No, from the tunnels.
The tunnels.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they get under the place, they put a huge amount of explosive, and they leave and they bomb it.
Wow. From this view, like Aleppo looks like a gigantic city. Like I had no idea it was this big and this vast. Like it truly stretches, and no cliches intended, but as far as the eye can see, so many different houses and buildings. How many people roughly live in this city?
3 to 4 million now, and it used to be more before the war, before 2011.
Wow.
Aleppo is the most important economic city in Syria.
The most important economic city.
Yeah,
Why is that?
All of the big factories and stuff located here. Like you look there.
Oh yeah, you can see like major, I don't know, they look like electrical plants, and those are factories apparently. Wow. But yeah, so many like mosques dotting the skyline too. And now we enter the old Aleppo souks. One of the apparently longest souks in the world. Pre-destruction, it was just about 13 kilometers long. I don't know how long that is in freedom units, maybe like 8 miles or something. But here is an area that was destroyed. Ayub, do you think this was destroyed from earthquake or from battles?
I think this is recent because we didn't have these stones here.
Oh, recently?
Yeah,
okay.
recently.
So this must have fallen during the liberation when the rebel forces invaded Aleppo. Oh wow, okay, this is the craziest entrance to a souk I've ever taken in my life. Wow, literally climbing over the rubble, guys, to get there. This is crazy. Man, definitely gotta watch our step. We'll be going to the Aleppo hospital if we don't be careful here. And so were these all shops at one point?
Yes, and it's all destroyed during the war.
That's crazy. So yeah, just imagine like all the vendors that had their little stores right here completely destroyed, and you have to wonder if they've relocated to other places throughout the souk. Is this how most people normally enter the souk, or are there multiple entrances
this
to
part,
it?
is destroyed. Then they do some restoration work there. Then we will check the modern part, the new one.
Wow.
You see also they are working here.
Oh yeah, the reconstruction is underway. And after walking just about 5 minutes, we've now entered the new part of the souk. Assalamu alaikum. And you can see how everything, looks pretty brand new. We've got new wooden doors over here. The ceiling, the roofs have been completely repaired and rebuilt. I can't tell if the floor and the tiling is essentially the same, I'm also curious if all these stores are going to be open soon or they just haven't been open yet. What do we have over here? Looks like we got a guy selling some falafel. Assalamu alaikum. My friend tells me I'm more than more than welcome. I look French more? We've never heard that one. French. Huh.
France.
Call me French Montana. Shukran. Thank you, brother. Is this your store?
Yes.
What are you selling here?
I sell hand stuff like that. This is nargile, this is a chair.
Handmade goods.
All handmade.
What, oh, yeah, did I break that?
For
oh,
coffee.
It's for coffee.
Yes, this is beer.
I've never seen
This is
that.
beer, you know.
That is, what is that? For what?
This is, you take water inside.
Oh, it looks like for
Beer,
a
beer.
well.
Well,
Okay. This is new. This whole
Yes,
area is new.
Like that before. Look. Fix it.
It was all destroyed before, and now it's
Bomb.
been fixed.
Assad, bomb. President Assad.
Where was your original store? Was it always here?
Yes. Before?
Yeah, before.
Yes, I
where-
was here.
the
40
same
years.
spot.
40 years I'm here.
40 years.
Yes.
That's incredible.
Yeah, really.
Wow, 40 years, the shop got destroyed, and now he's rebuilt it here. Wow, that's
Try
an
to spend a
incredible
little
story
money.
of
Try to
perseverance.
spend a little money.
Try to spend it. No,
Yeah, spend a
shukran.
little money.
Ayub, I'm noticing that a lot of these stores are closed. Are they closed, or do they just not have new tenants in them yet?
No, it's closed because it's still early.
Oh, okay.
Most of the places here reopen again after the restoration.
Oh.
You can see like even a restaurant, a very small restaurant.
Yeah, I saw that. They were serving falafel in there. So these are just closed because they haven't been technically open yet, not
Yes.
because of the time of day.
Yes, because it's early.
Got it. Yeah, this is definitely one of the most like modern old school style souks I've walked through in my life, and for good reason. If it's recently been restored, you got a guy selling like coffee and snacks over there. It looks like people can ride their motorcycles through the souk, so there's that added level of chaos and noise. Oh, it's the underwear store. Well, thank God that the ladies' underwear store has reopened here in the souk, across from the other ladies' underwear. I think we're in the ladies' underwear section. This is Lingerie Lane in the Aleppo souk, guys. There's a toy store over here. Looks like this guy, Assalamu alaikum, he's selling some minutiae, some different types of sweets. There's the price list. We got some glassware. At full capacity, how many stores do you think are actually in this souk?
Over 100.
Over 100.
Yeah, it's
okay.
very long.
Very similar to the other souks that we've seen throughout the Middle East during our time here. You know, so many places selling clothing. We saw some like fake Nikes back there, more tapestries, rugs, blankets, curtains. Literally everything you would need to outfit your house can be found in these souks, which is so crazy. Tons of socks, more like personal goods. Oh, we got some food sellers over here. What does this guy have? Ah, he's doing some seek kebab. Shish tawuk. He's got the saj ready to go. But it's kind of early morning, so I don't know if like a lot of people are cooking. Salam alaikum. Wow, we actually got some souk shawarma going on here. This is a butcher shop. This guy's got some crazy smoky things going on. Salam alaikum, brother. How are you? He's cutting. Is this lamb?
Yes, lamb.
Wow, he's cutting the fresh lamb. He's got the grill blazing back there with some seek kebab on it. Man, smells intoxicating in here. Oh, and over here we've got the remnants of an ice cream machine. This man's selling some like desserts. Assalamu alaikum, brother. The pastries in this part of the world are so beautiful. The pastries we've had in this video series, some of the most rich, sugariest, savoriest, saltiest desserts that I've ever touched my lips. Truly, truly incredible. I think I've gained about 5 kilograms in just the 4 days that I've been in Syria, guys. Everything is just so decadent. It seems like the deeper we go into the market, the more exposed areas there are, so it's getting like brighter. And just everything is a lot more illuminated. Assalamu alaikum, brother. Got another like dry nut peanut stand over there. And just an endless array of textiles and clothes. Okay, some kitchen goods. We haven't seen that. Assalamu alaikum. This is the scissors store. Salam, brother. So it looks like they are selling just a crazy amount of scissors here. Oh, and there looks like they do some grinding too to sharpen the scissors. Assalamu alaikum. So yeah, you guys are the scissor brothers. Yeah, I'm ready, man.
I want to try this cafe.
Let's do it. He says it's time for the best part. We've now stepped outside the souk. I honestly can't tell. Good, very good belts. Thank you. I truly can't tell if, like, is that the end of the souk?
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't very long at all. Wait, how the heck was that thing 13 kilometers? That was so much shorter. Whoa, what is this guy selling? Salam alaikum. What is this?
Kibbeh. Kibbeh with pepper.
Kibbeh with pepper. Wow, I've never seen anything like this in my life. This looks crazy. It almost looks like a fried tortilla, and then he's got like the chili peppers here, and just like the darkest oil I've ever seen in my life. And then a variety of like herbs and spices and things over here. Oh wow, so he takes the peppers and the herbs and he throws it on there. Wow. Sprinkles on some seasoning, wraps it up. This thing looks incredible. Yo, what the heck is this stuff? What is this?
Aleppo soap.
Aleppo soap.
There's a 20% of ruler oil in the soap, which makes it special.
Ruler oil, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's
what
very
the heck
good
is
for
that?
the skin. Like it keeps your skin very smooth.
Oh wow, how much for like a brick of this stuff?
Each soap bar costs 50 cents.
50 cents. Okay. I kind of want to try one of these. Okay. Is this the best place to buy it?
Yes, it depends on the percentage of the ruler oil.
Oh, what percent? Can you ask him what percent it is? Nothing less than 20%. If it's 18%, we're not buying it, guys.
10%.
Oh, it's only 10%. Is that good?
There's another type there with 40% ruler oil.
40% oil back there. How much is that one? Yo, show me the strong stuff, man. I want the kind of soap that's gonna scrape every particle of dirt off my skin. Always busting out the balance here. Let's see how much it weighs on the scale.
$2 for this soap bar.
$2 for that soap bar? Okay. I'll buy it. Yeah, one please. Or should we bargain? Am I supposed to be bargaining?
Good price.
Okay. The currency is so crazy here. I had to give the guy about 400 notes just to equal $2. Is that good? Okay, shukran. And we've acquired our soap. Let's see what it smells like though. Doesn't smell like anything. Doesn't smell great, but we got a souvenir now. Shukran, thank you, brother. It's definitely getting later in the day because the noise and the traffic has amped up in the city, or that maybe that's just because we've walked away from like the Citadel and like the more crowded, noisy area. Oh, and here's another guy selling this kibbeh. Yeah, Ayub essentially told me to be careful because we don't know what we are going to get here. Salam alaikum. Well, let's watch this process here. Oh, and he's taking the fresh oil and putting it all in there, so you know it's going to be as fresh as possible. Truly looks like a work of art when he puts it in there. Oh, and you get a little extra flavor from the cigarette under there too. Gotta love that. Shukran. We've just come upon this mosque, and I asked Ayub what the name was, and he said, "Is the what's the name?"
Umayyad Mosque.
And I was like, wait, but isn't that the mosque that's in Damascus?
Yes.
Apparently, they both have the same name, but this is just the Aleppo branch of the Umayyad Mosque. And this was destroyed during the war, and reconstruction, I guess, began to start under the Assad regime, and it continues until today. When do you think it'll be open to the public?
Actually, they open it in Ramadan.
Oh.
But that was like a soft opening, so I think soon they will finish. You see the minaret?
Yeah.
That's the last part they need to finish.
Oh, okay. It looks under pretty good condition, all things
this is the new
considered.
one.
Looks like it's going to be beautiful. Oh, it's completely new, not just so.
Yeah, but they use the same stones from the old one.
Ah, so pieces of the old history in there. Fascinating. Yeah, it's going to be really exciting to see where Aleppo is in like the next 10 to 20 years. Like, I feel like the city has so much potential just from walking around and everything I've seen, and the vibe, and you know, the sense of resilience and hope amongst the people. I think that's really going to be channeled into a bright and productive future here. So when the Assad regime was in control, you could only go to actual gas stations that were like on the side of the road, like a typical gas station, petrol station that you would see in any other country in the world. But during that time, for whatever reason, the Assad regime only allowed, I think, octane 90 gas to be sold. But now that we are in a free and liberated Syria, you can actually buy that high octane 95 gasoline, the pure stuff for the newer high performing vehicles. What makes this gas really interesting is that, Assalamu alaikum, brother, is that it's actually smuggled from Lebanon. I've been told that the cost of 1 liter is about $1.20 USD, which makes it pretty close to what it costs back in the US right now. But during the Assad regime, the smuggled gas would cost about $3 per liter. So you're gonna see these filling stations all over the side of the road here in Syria. Usually the other places we've driven by have like a ton of barrels, but this is all they have here. It kind of looks like green apple, Hawaiian punch or something, where we're gonna pay the guy and he's gonna fill up the tank in just a second here. And that's that, guys. That closes things out for our journey of Aleppo. We are now headed back to Damascus to wrap up this trip, and man, all I can say is thank you to all the amazing, incredibly kind and generous people that we had a chance to meet in Syria, from Damascus to Idlib to Aleppo. It's truly the kind of trip I'll never forget in my life. Very thankful for the friendships that I made along the way, and especially thankful to my guide Ayub, who is telling me to get in the car so we can get on the road and begin this 4-hour drive back to Syria. Thank you again for everything, brother. Appreciate you. If you guys are coming to Syria, and you should, make sure you check out Ayub. My name's Brent Tim, saying goodbye to a free and liberated Syria for now. Can't wait to be back and see the progress that will have been made in a few short years or months. See you guys in the next chapter.